Hi everyone, I'm Rachael from Echidna Sewing, and today I'm showing you how to cut, weed and press heat transfer vinyl onto a t-shirt. The tools you need to undertake this project is you need a cutting machine. Today I'm using the Scan and Cut SDX cutting machine. You need some heat transfer vinyl. You need weeding tools, which consist of these items. You should use a brayer to put your HTV onto the mat. You'll need a t-shirt, your heat press, and I've got a couple of Teflon mats. So I've loaded my design into the Scan and Cut, and I have selected and reversed my design, and now I'm ready to cut it. So the design's finished cutting. All there is for me to do is to take the mat out of the machine, and you can see I've already done a test cut here. That's to check that my half cut was on for my heat transfer vinyl. Also, I am using the mat extenders that are available for the DX models for the Scan and Cut. So those are a couple of tools that has helped me today. Now I just have to carefully lift this off, and then we can start weeding. Move this off, put this down here. So the trick with weeding is to start at a corner, and I use all of these tools. Actually, I might start at this corner where you can see my test cut was. You just kind of get started and pull. It's kind of a pushing and pulling and handling. So this is just the big bit of background in the corner that I'm making up. And so I have it started. I'm going to use this tool here to hold that as I peel. This HTV makes it really easy to peel off the letters. It's quite stretchy, but you sort of feel, this one here is, I think is a C. Just pull that away. And just keep gently pulling down and along. Kind of get a rhythm to how this should work. So what I do is I pull off as much of the big parts as I can, like this, and then for the finer pieces to weed, I'll use my hook. So pretty much my hands. You can see I'm not being that gentle. And I think when you're weeding, you all get your own method of, how gentle or rough you want to be. The key is to make sure you get all the little pieces off. Otherwise, they will transfer onto your t-shirt. And here's an example of one just here. I'll just put it on that A and then get my hook. And this is what this pot is for, believe it or not, putting all these little parts into here. Keeps your workspace tidy, which I love, because otherwise it will stick back on to this. So I'll just grab that and pop it in the pot. and then we do the fine weeding. Sometimes the static electricity makes it stick to the tool. So the E you can see an echidna. The last part is the word craft, and this is actually just going to be the colour of the t-shirt, so I need to take the pink letters out. So there's this one, and leave the box behind. The next step, so just move this out of the way so you get no little things stuck on. It's just to flip it back over this way. So have a double check on this side to make sure there's no small remnants of the fluoro pink in places they shouldn't be, because they will press on. But I will tell you I've missed this part. This is actually a needle. So I have missed one spot for weeding. It's 1, 2. So we'll just double check again. That's better. And looks great. The next step is I need to get my t-shirt ready so I can line it up and we can press it on our sizer press. So my design's ready to go. I have my white t-shirt and my alignment tool, which is already in the center of the neckline for placement. So what I'm going to do, I've got the heat press too, just to the left, and there are, each heat press does have different heat recommendations depending on fabric, the vinyl you use. So I'm not going to give you the heat settings for my press today. We do have a document on our website that you can refer to for the Caesar settings, but for this, because it's not a standard thing, you do need to check with your manufacturer's recommendations for the vinyl and the type of fabric you're using. So I'm using the center here, and the center for my design is between the I and the T, so I'm just using that. I want the design to be fairly centered on the t-shirt because it is long, and if you can see here, I'm using the top of my T's, the S and the H to make sure that she's correctly in place, and I'm using this, so I'm using this T for my alignment, so I'll take this off and I'll just have a visual check to see that I'm happy with that placement, and it looks pretty good to me. So the next step is to put it in the heat press. Now most of the heat comes from here, so just be careful while you're positioning this, but they're fairly easy to use. I have a Teflon mat underneath, and I will also use one on top. And the pressure's heat set is ready to go, so I'm just going to close it, press it down, and it will count down. For this setting, for me it's 20 seconds, and it will beep once it's ready. And then that's pretty much a hot peel for once it is finished, so I'll check that I'm happy with the adherence of the HTV, and then peel. Take this off. I'm actually really happy with that. It looks excellent, so I'll bring it over here. So when they say it's a hot peel, that means you remove the protective adhesive layer while it's warm. So I'll just do that. There you go. It's all done. That's how you cut, weed and press HTV. I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy cutting.